For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 13 of Season 3 at Chelsea. We are entering the January transfer window. At the end of today's episode, we have three games between now and then. One against Bournemouth, one in a week's time against Everton, who are going strong in the league still. And then on the day before New Year's Eve, actually, we have a game against Newcastle just 2 days after the one against Everton before we head into the month of January, where we've Manchester City, actually, will be an interesting game. And then we've been drawing against Fulham in the FA Cup. So we'll have to wait and see how those games go. But for now, we're going to concentrate on the Premier League, as of course that is our main aim this year. 4 points clear of Tottenham. They won their game in hand, so the gap is still just the 4 points. Everton actually were second. They've fallen off the pace a little bit, although still only 4 points behind Spurs in second and only a point behind Southampton in third. So it's very, very tight, actually. From third all the way down to, well, 5 points separates third from 12th. So it could all sway in the matter of a few games, may even sway in the matter of today's episode. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. Click that little notification bell as well. Sub boxes have been really, really poor the past couple of weeks. And as such, a number of you have been missing out on videos. So make sure you've got that little bell clicked so you get a notification every single time a video goes live. But Paulo Dybala has been back and in form. And hopefully he can continue that today. Brandt with the ball forward into Benikofobi. Nice through ball looking for... Oh, Ousmane Dembele. Not Ousmane Dembele. Moussa Dembele, the striker formerly of Celtic, draws a good save out of Thibaut Courtois with a first-time hit that was awkward for him to strike with Ricardo Pereira on his shoulder. Bournemouth actually have the best defensive record in the league, apparently. They're only 10th, but in the... I can't quite remember how many games have been played so far this season. Actually, was it 20? No, it's not. We're not quite at 20, are we? It was 15. But in the 15 games that they've played so far, they've only conceded 14 goals. So they concede on average less than one a game. Now, we've scored 45 goals in 15 games, so we're scoring on average 3 a game. So we'll have to wait and see what comes out on top. The best offensive team in the league or the best defensive team in the league? Corner for Bournemouth again. 13th minute now. Turuch to stand it into the middle. It's a decent delivery, but Laporte heads away. Only as far as Max Gradle. What can he do here? He's got quick feet and pace as well. Nice ball into Anton, but unfortunately for Bournemouth, his first time hit the strike actually being struck quite well. Wasn't accurate enough. Straight at the goalkeeper. Bournemouth having the better of the opening 15 minutes here. I can't quite seem to get my passing game on point just yet, but we are on a nice move here. Nope, passing game's not on point yet.
Here's Conte.
Kind of prayer it into Dybala. Around the corner there to Morata. Nice little fake shot to get rid of the defender. And I'll put all this inside here to Isco. Good first touch. It's necessary. He got it. Oh my. How? How has that not gone in? First shot was good. Second shot, Begovic is just... Oh, his legs are just falling down as he's dived up. That wasn't a save as such. I quite literally just kicked it against his dropping legs. Morata could win this header, but Anton rises above him to get it away. Very, very nearly 1-0 Chelsea there. Bournemouth can count themselves lucky that Isco didn't finish that second opportunity. Good touch and turn there, though. Dybala, get it to Isco again on his right foot. Good save by Begovic. Just going to loft this back in. Well, I tried to loft it back in first time, but it wouldn't quite drop for me. Julian Brandt heads it away. Dybala, I want to get it on his left though. We'll get it back to Pereira on his right. That's a good cross. And, well, it didn't look like Morata actually won that header. It looked like the defender did, but apparently it was the Spanish striker that did so. It bounced off before it even reached his head. All right, GG game. Never mind. 0-0 after 25 minutes. Here's Moussa Dembele around the outside. Just doing really well. Still going. Hopefully kicks it against Laporte. Isco with great footwork to get it away, and we will break free with Alexandro. Numerous people in front of me, but we'll go inside there to Eden Hazard. We'll drive inside, try and draw that extra defender across me, which hasn't really worked. Dybala will drop the shoulder on Nathan Ake and look to power around the outside of him. Paulo Dybala on his right foot. Well, there you go, Alvaro. 1-0 Chelsea. Dybala's right foot wasn't quite as powerful as I hoped it would be there, but thankfully Asmir Begovic, with a really poor save, pushes it straight into the path of Alvaro Morata, although the defender with him very nearly got there ahead of him, but thankfully he didn't. Morata makes it 1-0 Chelsea in the 30th minute. Benikofobi into Dembele. Tackles deflected the ball free here to Calls, and Dembele around the corner to Julian Brandt. It's a great one too. Thankfully, Moussa Dembele's shot has gone over the bar, and it wasn't very well struck, but good build-up play from Bournemouth here. They've been playing like that all game long, and it has been difficult to deal with, but I just have the pace and quality on the counter, I think, that we should. Poke it through to Hazard. It's early Eden. Oh, very nearly able to turn it home. Begovic's tall frame again able to stop me from scoring. That's going to go out for another corner, is it? Or is that a goal kick? It is going to be a goal kick, unfortunately. Never mind. Kante into Cruz. Isco. Kante again. Down the line there to Pereira. I'm actually going to get that in there to Dybala. Oh, it's a great first touch. His right foot wasn't quite on point last time. Haven't really got the space to work with there. But Cruz! You cannot afford to give Toni Kroos any sort of space whatsoever, because his right foot, and to be fair, his left foot too, is a rocket. I didn't quite have the angle there for Dybala, unfortunately. Too many men around me, but a good first touch, and he struck that very sweetly. There's barely any movement in the ball whatsoever. He's hit it so true. No spin on it, no wobble in the ball. It's just rifled straight into the top corner. Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 0. Turuch to Smith. Smith down the line into Turuch. Bournemouth looking to get one back here, but Isco back there defending. Nicely fired up to Dybala. Can we spin on the man? Oh, Dybala's footwork is just so quick. And into Morata. This surely now has to be 3. I'll drill it hard and low across goal. 3-0 Chelsea. This team right now is so good. Yes, I struggled against Liverpool and lost. Yes, I struggled against Arsenal and was just able to bring it back to a draw. But in games like this, against teams that just aren't on my level, we are destroying this season. Having a lot of fun in season number 3 with this Chelsea team. It is definitely going to be the last season in this save, but I'm determined to make the most of it, have as much fun as possible, score as many goals as possible, make it as entertaining as possible, and hopefully win as many trophies as possible as well. Squeeze that through to Eden Hazard. I'm not sure whether he was onside or off. He was on, but couldn't get past the defender. 10 minutes into the second half, it's 3-0. Kante out to Dybala, quickly to Morata. Well stood up, but Kante will get this to Isco. You see the amount of red and black shirts that are back here now, but you get the feeling it's perhaps slightly a bit too late to be going defensive here, Bournemouth. You're already 3-0 down, so perhaps they should have changed their shape or changed their mentality a little bit sooner than the 67th minute. Eden Hazard could try and work some space here and then bend that. Begovic palms it away, and it will be kept in by their left back, but this has been a dominant performance from us and one that we fully deserve the 3 points from. Let's go through to Moussa Dembele. Christensen with the interception though. It's Kante. Morata was calling for it. Actually, I don't think he was calling for it. I think he was holding his shoulder because he's got an injury. Hopefully he's okay, although Tammy Abraham, I'm sure, could fill the gap, or I could even move Dybala to striker, to be honest. That may even open up the opportunity to score even more goals if I move Dybala to striker, but he's doing well enough in that right forward role right now. We are scoring so many goals this season, and I'm thoroughly enjoying doing it. Here's Moussa Dembele down the right. Early ball in. Ricardo Pereira. Wide. Oh, save! I tried to clear that with Pereira and it just got knocked down. I think Brandt must have won the header. And the save, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see a replay of it because of the substitution. I will just hold on to see if we do, because that save from Courtois was... No, we're not, unfortunately. That save from Courtois was mad. Aquino has come on and will take the corner and delivered a good one. And Nathan Ake with good technique there, but not enough power or placement on the finish. Former Chelsea player, of course. They've got 2 in their starting lineup, including Begovic in goal. Can't say play this over the top. Eden Hazard is drifted to the right forward role now from the left forward. And drifting the other way. Oh, it's been Dybala, but I can't squeeze it through to him. Well, he has been able to win that back. Could still get a 4th goal here. Hazard, wait for the defender. Oh, that's handball, but unfortunately I don't have handballs turned on. Beautiful Ronaldo chop from Eden Hazard, but not able to get the ball past the defender, sadly. 8 minutes to go. Just a matter of time now before the win is confirmed. Moussa Dembele, cross here to Aquino, whose turn is good, but thankfully Courtois' handling is on point. The pace and quickness of that turn really caught me out there, but luckily our clean sheet's intact. Our goal difference goes up by +3, as does our points tally. Up next is Everton. A side that I last played, Spurs face City, they could be dropping even more points there. Everton, a side that when we last played them, it was a ridiculous game in the Cup, if you cast your mind back. And Spurs did lose to Manchester City. The gap at the top is now 7 points. That's perfect, thank you very much. Right, let's go and get 3 points against Everton. I'll start my full strength first team against them this time around, and we'll see what the gap in quality between the two sides really is. 5 at the back for Everton. Idrissa Gay and Schneidlin in the CDM roles with Bernat and Weiser out wide. Niasse and Calvert-Lewin up top. So no MBAPPE, he's on the bench. Strange decision to play a weakened side or not your full strength side against the team that are top of the division, but we'll see if it works out for Everton. I have a feeling it might not. Tarashai into Niasse. Haven't got any options at the minute, so Christensen will just step in and take the ball away. Dybala shows good strength and we'll turn that to Morata. Good touch. Funes Mori with some strange positional work and oh please go in. No, Mitchell Weiss has got the strength, the pace to get back there. Dybala, I'm going to look to place this. Funes Mori was closing me down, but unfortunately I wasn't quite able to place it around him. Decent delivery from the corner though. I've no idea who won that, but Nato will claim it underneath his bar. Very, very nearly 1-0. Only a foot and a half or so away from taking the lead here at Goodison Park. Court forward into Eden Hazard. It's Kroos. Go to Dybala. Back there to Ricardo Pereira and Isco. Good football. Morata. Oh, Mitchell Weiser is there again. He's having a game of his life. Morata just wins it back and will let fly. Good save by Nato. I don't know what's got into Mitchell Weiser, but he is on fire right now. Single-handedly keeping me out right now. That and Nato's good save a moment ago. That one is slightly more simple though. Got a free kick 33 yards out. I am sorely tempted to give this a good old thwack from here. So we will do exactly that. Tony Kroos over the wall, dipping. Nato had to tip it. That curved a little bit more than I expected it to be honest. I probably could have put it further towards the post or further away from the post for it to curve back in because it ended up going quite central. Alexandra will recover possession here. Christensen quickly into Isco. There's Eden Hazard. Go for the 1-2. It's not the 1-2. Deflected off Morata. And it will be a corner again. Ball was meant for Isco for a second time. Laporte's underneath this. Straight at Nato as well. Other than that one extravagant save he made about 10 in-game minutes ago, so far everything for their goalkeeper has been pretty straightforward. I need to be a little bit better with my chance taking. Creation-wise, we're all right. I just need to actually be a little bit more clinical. Yes, out wide it's Juan Bernat, but we've tackled him with Tony Kroos. Now, if Bernat's pushed forward, that means there's space in behind where their left back should be, which is where exactly we've played Morata in. I'm going to drive into the box, pull this back for Dybala, and that. Oh! I didn't shoot second time around. Good save from the first one. I pressed shoot when the ball fell back to Dybala, and he just kept running. I think the keeper palmed it. No, it looked almost, or it sounded almost as if the keeper had gotten a palm to it there. He did, and just knocked it against Dybala's foot. And by doing so, it gained enough momentum to actually go across the line before the defender could clear it, or Dybala could get there for another touch. Not the most orthodox way to take a 1-0 lead, but it crossed the line, and that's all I care about. Here's Schneidlin. Oh, that was decent from Morgan Schneidlin. I held my breath there as the shot came on his left foot. I wasn't sure whether that was actually going to fly in or not. It wasn't that far away. Really not that far away at all. Space for Dybala to break into him behind, and he's quite quick. Paolo, drill it hard and low. Well saved by Nato. 3 minutes added on at the end of the first half. It's going to be a 0-0 at half-time here at Goodison Park. And a lead that we deserve on chance creation, but still wasn't the most obvious of ways to take the lead. Alexandro smacked in there to Kroos. It's Kante. If I could get an early second goal, then I'd be quite comfortable, even if they did end up... Hazard! Even if they did end up bringing on Kylian Mbappe later in the game. Mbappe tore me apart in the cup game, but I'm hoping that we can keep them at bay in this one. There's a lot of space for the man on the far side, but thankfully they haven't seen him yet. Alexandro well out of position. In fact, to be fair, he's not well out of position. He's just tucked in a bit. But I guess with the ball on this side of the pitch, he didn't necessarily have to. The defender has sprinted all the way back to get into position as we come forward again. I Nice ball into Dybala. I'm trying to isolate the defender here, and then, oh, I just was about to hit it there, but Michael Keane's done well. Never mind. Or is that a foul? It is. Right, 6 minutes into the second half. Still 1-0. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I have no idea what the spacing or positioning is like with my defenders in that particular attack. And Courtois, rather awkwardly, helps that round the post. Dominic Calvert-Lewin going off. And here comes Kylian Mbappe. Right. They've made the change we were waiting for them to do. There's only half an hour left in the game. Has Mbappe got time to rescue something for Everton? Michael Keane gets that down and around the corner to Morgan Schneidlin. You couldn't have scripted it. From the corner that he came on just before, Schneidlin squeezes that pass through 3 defenders, gets it to Mbappe, who then rifles it into the back of the net. The answer is yes, Kylian Mbappe can turn Everton's fortunes around, and pretty damn quickly at that, it seems. Half an hour to play, 1-1. I can't believe that's just happened. Hazard into Morata. Oh, that's a good turn. We immediately about to go 2-1 up. We are. Why couldn't I have scored a second goal at any point before Mbappe came on to equalise? I would have felt so much more comfortable. But 2.5 minutes after Kylian Mbappe comes off the bench and scores for Everton, we restore our lead. Footwork here from Morata is brilliant. Turns Funes-Mori well, gets away from Michael Keane and then tucks it away nicely. It's actually a very impressive goal, that. Really pleased. Everton 1, Chelsea 2. Ricardo Pereira. Down the line into Dybala. They've brought on Timo Werner now. They had him on the bench against us in a previous game but didn't use him. Their £50 million plus striker that they brought in. I can't remember off the top of my head what they actually paid for Mbappe. My brain is telling me 44 million-ish. Lovely ball into Mbappe. Timo Werner is in the middle waiting for a cross. Will the Frenchman use him? He's going solo at the minute. Very greedy here from Kylian Mbappe, but is he about to score one of the best Premier League goals we've seen for a while? The answer is, of course, no, as Thibaut Courtois will kick this out. 18 minutes to go. Mbappe had 2 options there for a pass for a simple goal and to make it 2-2. Oh, I very nearly snuck in Morata to make it 3-1 at the other end from that attack. Still 15 minutes to go. Still plenty of opportunity for Everton to equalise, but equally, still further opportunity for me to extend my lead. Lovely ball down the line to Timo Werner. Very, very fast. Waiting for the pass. There it is. It's, oh, Laporte. No! Laporte blocks with his back. It falls to Tarashai as I try and clear it. And he just tucks it into the back of an empty net. Defender went to put his foot through it. And I don't know whether Tarashai got a toe to it to nick it away from him, or whether he just kicked it against the attacking midfielder. We'll have a look here from the replay. Good shot's well blocked, and yes, he's tried to clear it. He's just kicked it against Tarashai, and unfortunately, it's dropped straight back to him. Laporte actually moved out of the way of the ball as it flew into the back of the net. Everton 2, Chelsea 2. It's little 1-2, Tarashai and Timo Werner. Gone again, Timo Werner, but we'll go back here to Schneidlin, into the German, who's turned well. Timo Werner, actually, that hit Mbappe, but it's dropped to Tarashai. Oh, and Laporte gets there. Corner for Everton with 6 minutes to go. Tarashai goes off. Made the change. Juan Bernat whips the ball in, but that's going to be straight to Isco. I'm going to play this long down the line and hope that Dybala can get there, which he can. Mitchell Weiss is with me. Dybala with one turn and then the other. I'm waiting for the support. There's Morata. No! Oh, I just needed to get that pass off so I could then play Hazard in the far side. And we should have been able to win the game. David Klaassen is a man that's come on, I believe. Michael Keane is further forward here. That's a great ball through to Mbappe. Is he going to do it again? Kylian Mbappe? No. Laporte clears. 3 minutes to go. This is getting a little bit nervy now. Idrissa Gana Gueye into Schneidlin around the corner to Michael Keane. Back to Schneidlin. Michael Keane straight at Courtois. Now, because Michael Keane has pushed further forward, means I can bowl the ball out here to Hazard. And we can get ourselves a counter-attack with one less defender to try and get past. Morata twisting and turning. You need to get back on side, please, Dybala, if I'm able to use you. Tony Kroos. We'll look for Morata again, who could spin. Morata, can't get past Funes-Mori. And it looks like it's going to be a draw here against Everton. Although that's been headed back to Kante, and we will get the ball back again. Dybala beats the defender to that. Morata is there. Dybala will go again. Go on, Paulo. Turn inside. Paulo Dybala. Paulo Dybala. Wrong vowel to whip it to the far post, but it's wide. It is going to be a 2-2 draw at Goodison Park. This game got a little bit crazy in the middle again, similar to how the game in the Cup did. Although in the Cup we lost 3-2, here it's a point for us with a 2-2 draw. I'm not sure whether they deserve the point or not. I can't decide. I had a lot of chances. They had a lot of the ball and they had some good chances of their own. I'm not sure. I'll be happy enough with a point if Spurs don't win their game. If we can stay 7 points clear at the top, then I'll be pleased enough. We can't stay 7 points clear at the top because Spurs have won. The gap is now 5 points. But with a game against Newcastle in 48 hours' time, we'll try and restore that 7-point lead if we can. Maybe even make it 8 points if Spurs lose. 4-4-2 by the looks of things for Newcastle. Kennedy, 4-4-1-1 apparently. Giovanni Dos Santos slotting in there at centre forward behind Dwight Gale. But former Chelsea player Kennedy on the left-hand side. We sold him to him. Sold him to them. Haha! Earlier on in the season. And hopefully we can keep him quiet today. Short across here to Zappacosta. Drill that to Tammy Abraham and wait for runners. One of which is Barbier. Here's Turner though. Oh, good hit. Turner's a youngster that was about to leave, basically. You know, you get the email and it says, youth player wants out. And you either have to offer them a contract or they'll just leave the youth setup. So I offered him a contract and I've decided to start him in this game. And he's involved immediately with that shot. Oh, that's not the best of passes, was it? Looking for him. I'll show you his stats. He's only 64 rated, Turner. I think he's 3-star, 3-star. Yeah, 3-star, 3-star. Left mid, left wing. Low medium work rates, which is odd. But finishing 71. Shot power is 61, but that shot was actually struck very hard. And the rest of his stats are average, but thought, why the hell not? We'll give him a go. I've got players like Pedro on the bench that I can call upon should I need to. And Nathan's on the bench as well to fill in on that left-hand side. Might potentially actually be Pedro's last game in a Chelsea. Well, it will be Pedro's last game in a Chelsea shirt because he'll move on January the 1st. And this is the last game before the transfer window. So maybe I'll bring Pedro off the bench at some point to give him a final hurrah in front of the home fans here at Stamford Bridge. But he'll be on his way to Everton at the beginning of the window and at the end of the episode. But will he be leaving as part of a side that has beaten Newcastle or part of a side that has drawn or lost against Newcastle? Time will tell. Giovanni Dos Santos in behind Luke Shaw here, driving towards the box. It's looped in, but it's poor. Aspil just knocked that back to Thibaut. I should have played Brown, actually, shouldn't I, if I was playing a full rotation side. I always tend to do that. Whenever I rotate my team, I always tend to overlook the goalkeeper for some reason. I don't know why. Here's Dwight Gale, looking out wide to Henri Saive, who does get that to Giovanni Dos Santos, who scores. Good finish. We're 1-0 down at home against Newcastle. Not the way that I wanted to end the episode. Although there is still plenty of time to turn it round. Zappacosta down the line into Musonda. Abraham, I've got runners all around me. Actually pull that back to Barbier. And then we'll work it across here to Luke Shaw. Go into Barbier again. Or it's meant for Barbier, but it's Tammy Abraham that's on it. Oh no, there's Barbier. Finish from Antoine Barbier. This kid is something special. He's only 68 rated, but he's scoring almost every single time he's on the pitch. I'm almost annoyed that I'm not going to continue this save, to be completely honest, because he could develop into one hell of a player. But, well, just to make the most of him in the short time we have left with him at the club, or in this save and in this series, and for now, he's done enough to pull us back back level at 1-1 here against Newcastle at home. Cheek into Barbier, across to Zappacosta, into Charlie Musonda. Now, can we start this second half on the right foot with at least a chance on goal, if not actually getting the ball into the back of the net? Oof. Tammy Abraham has such a powerful shot. Turner's actually done well to get to that and keep it in. I'm trying to cross it, but he's just not got the strength, unfortunately, over Oliveira to be able to do so. And then actually foul someone in the middle there by running into him. I may take Turner off for Pedro not long into this second half. He's had an okay game, but he's not really been involved as much as I might like him to have been. Doesn't really justify keeping him on the pitch if he's not going to actually give us any sort of chance of getting the win. Here's Giovanni Dos Santos. Dwight Gale with a shot. Oh, he's offside. Okay, good. Kennedy's offside. Right, let's make that change now. Might as well take Turner off. Sorry, mate. You've been okay, but I need Pedro to come on. Abrao is another player that's been called up that decided that he was going to leave unless I did so. So he's been called up, as has Barrios as well, a centre-back, whose physicals look great already, but his technicals are pretty poor. So I can train him, and I'm sure he'll become a very, very good centre-back. But for now, Turner's out and Pedro's in. Pedro's final game in a Chelsea shirt. Into Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Squeezes it to Pedro via a rather large deflection, but we do find the Spaniard. Zappacosta inside Shalomir Sonner again. There's Barbier. Ruben Loftus-Cheek made a good run, but Pedro will give this back to Barbier, then poke it through there to Tammy Abraham, who's forced himself a little bit too far wide here, but it's turned well. Gets it across. Pedro! Oh, what a way to end his career at Chelsea with potentially the winning goal off the bench. That would be the dream end for Pedro if that is the final goal of the game. Great first time finish, back across goal off the far post, thumping in off the woodwork. Chelsea 2, Newcastle 1. Sonda. Ruben Loftus-Cheek back to Bakayoko. I just couldn't quite squeeze it out in time. It's a good ball forward by Rolando Aarons to Dwight Gale. I need to be careful. There are runners on every side of me. Back to Rolando Aarons. In there to Giovanni, to Saive. That's such a good goal. That's such a good goal. Fair play, Newcastle. That was so well worked. Ball up to Dwight Gale, who held it well, waited for support. They played the ball around, played the right pass at the right time to the men that were running from deep. And a slotted finish from Dwight Gale to give Newcastle a really, really well-worked equaliser. Giovanni, outmuscled by Bakayoko, but able to get the pass off just before Bakayoko got to him. Similar case with Atsu, and if he'd have paid, it'd have been alright. If he'd have played the pass there, he might have been able to get them a third goal, but it's well saved by Courtois. Rolando Aarons will take the corner. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has gone off for Marco van Ginkel. Oh, it's a squeezed in. How? Through the keeper, through the defender on the line. Chancel Mbemba gives Newcastle a 3-2 lead. Oh, I don't know how that's not been saved or stopped by a defender or the keeper. Wow. 3-2 to Newcastle now. As we thought Pedro was going to get the perfect send-off, it could be the worst send-off. Here's Giovanni Dos Santos. Don't let him get on his left foot. Isaac Hayden's come on for a little bit more defensive solidity for their back line. Iosi Perez is also one to give them a little bit more of attacking prowess, but my clearance hasn't gone according to plan, and Christian Atsu will work something again for Newcastle here. Dwight Gale has dropped a little bit deeper with Iosi Perez's introduction, and the footwork from Giovanni Dos Santos. Thankfully, Zappacosta has stuck a foot out there and gotten something on that, otherwise that surely would have been 4-2 with the man at the back post. Newcastle played very well here and could be subjecting us to our second defeat of the Premier League season. Wouldn't have expected it at home against Newcastle. Oh, it's a good tackle from Padalisco as well. And Charlie Musonda's gone down and stayed down. Is he up? No, not yet. Zappacosta will take this throw and get it to Barbier. Looks like Charlie Musonda's going to have to take a step off the pitch here. Get it into Luke Shaw. He could find a bit of space. The left back. Oh, deflected off Tammy Abraham and in, but he's offside. Oh, I can't believe it. I just looked up at the linesman on the far side and he was there with his flag out. Have a look at the replay. I don't know whether the deflection was the only reason it went in or whether it would have gone in without... Oh, great. What a great replay. Cheers, game. Or whether it would have gone in regardless of the deflection, but it got the deflection. Tammy Abraham was offside. We don't have an equaliser. 3-2 with seconds to go now. Christian Atsu coming down this right-hand side. Luke Shaw up against him, but Atsu's footwork is good. Bakayoko gets that away. I need to stop this from going out for a corner. And I've done well. Christian Atsu actually taking a touch on that. I'll play this out quickly to Rudiger in front of me. And we'll try and get it down the pitch as fast as possible to try and get an equaliser. Charlie Musonda with a turn. If it gets the defender, he's just fallen over there, Charlie Musonda. I'm entirely too sure why he's done that. Good tackle by Bakayoko and Giovanni Dos Santos, but the pass is poor, and there's the final whistle. We lose at home to Newcastle. Not what I expected, especially when Pedro gave us a 2-1 lead, but their equaliser was superbly well worked, and perhaps a mistake from the goalkeeper and or the defender on the line that led to their winning goal. Spurs haven't played on Monday, so maybe they're going to play on New Year's Eve itself, or New Year's Day, I'm not sure. Charlie Musonda's out for 5 days. That's not a problem. Up next for us is West Brom on the 4th. We'll just head into the January transfer window here and confirm the sale of Pedro. As soon as it advances, actually, I'll hit stop simulation and it should pause us on the 1st or the 2nd at the very latest. I'm trying to stop simulation. There we go. It wouldn't register it for some reason. Right, we're in the January transfer window. Pedro will have gone. A loan offer for Tammy Abraham. Yeah, sure, that's going to happen, isn't it? Goodbye. Reject offer. Not happening, thank you very much. Tammy Abraham valued at 42 million right now. You scored monthly reports. Fine, we don't need to worry about that. Pedro's gone to Everton. And that means that we now have 48.8 million in the transfer budget. Although, I'm going to need to alter it slightly. We have 45-ish million in the transfer budget to bring in a new backup winger for Eden Hazard on the left-hand side. I could try and go for Kingsley Coman again, because we tried before and they backed out. Will it actually let me? It should do. It does. Okay, I'm actually... I've gone into this now, haven't I? All right, well, I'll try. I was like, I'll back out, but I can't because then it'll stop me from being able to sign him again. All right, well, he's valued at 29 million. I'm just going to offer them 30. That's what we got the offer selected for before, wasn't it? 30 million. 36.8. I'm just going to accept that. Okay, well, Kingsley Coman might be coming to us regardless. I might actually be doing the first and only deal of the transfer window in this episode. I didn't envisage that actually happening, but last time I offered him £66,000 and he rejected it, and they thought that it was embarrassing. It was an insult, apparently. I'll disregard a release clause. We don't need to worry about that. Wage-wise, right, let's offer him 80 grand this time and a signing-on bonus of 2 million and see what they say. They're going to say it's insulting? No, 78. They've actually dropped it for a larger... bonus. He's not going to score 10 goals, so I'll accept that. All right, well, Kingsley Coman is in. That wasn't planned on happening until another episode, a later episode, but he's in, and he will actually go into the squad for the next game because Charlie Musonda is now injured and hurt. So Kingsley Coman is in. I may still make further changes to the squad. We do have Rudiger that I could potentially sell for a considerable fee to free up some extra funds. I don't think I have anyone else on the transfer list. I don't. It's just loanees. But Rudiger or Zuma could leave because I've got far too many players. Far too many players at this stage. Eden Hazard is up to 91 rated. Actually, I think he already was at 91 rated. But Tammy Abraham's 85 now. Actually, going to take Brown off the bench there. And we will put... I'm going to put Barbier on there because why the hell not? He's been so good. I might as well. And we'll rotate there. See, I've got so many centre-backs. I don't need all these players. I might as well sell Rudiger, considering he's going to be valued through the roof. And then we'll just decide amongst ourselves over the course of the next couple of episodes in the comment section what we're going to do with that money. So let me actually put Rudiger on the transfer budget now then, whilst I think of it. Before I forget. Where are you? Rudiger is valued at... add to transfer list. He is valued at financial 34 million and he's on 92 grand a week. So that would free up a considerable amount of money again. So at present the budget stands at 6 million, but we could up that to around about 40 again. Oh, that took a turn, didn't it? I wasn't expecting to do that in this episode, but there you go. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. We are 5 points clear at the top of the league, 1 game before the halfway mark. We'll have to wait and see what happens in January. See you later.